You don't have to wait for a trip of a lifetime to journal about it in a travel journal. A couple of weeks ago, a couple of friends came to visit me in Toronto and spent a few days here. So I got to spend those days being a tourist in my own city, showing them my favorite places and going to some new spots as well. I thought that I would include it in my travel journal. I have some photos already printed of things that we did and places that we went. I have a bunch of ephemera and things that I collected over the weekend that I'll use in my spreads. And I also have, of course, my stationery here, some washi tape and pet tape, and things like little ephemera pieces that I already had. If you love to travel journal or you're just looking for more insight into how I completed my travel journal pages from my previous video, this will be a great one for you. So grab a journal and your ephemera and some supplies, and let's travel journal together. One of the first things I'm going to do is make sure that I'm picking out the photos that I want to use. You want to make sure when you're starting out your pages that you're including the most important elements first, so that you don't get to a place where you're gluing things down and all of a sudden realize that you're missing the best photo that captures the whole day. So I have these photos, these business cards that have information on them from the shops we went to, and this receipt. So that gives me some stuff to start with. Also just, some ephemera and things that I want to use. So I have this washi tape that has like some scenes on it. I used this in my previous journal spreads for my travel journal. If you want to see more of those spreads or more about how to start a travel journal, definitely check out my video on that. I have this ticket washi that looks pretty cute. Oh, something else is I'm leaving space at the top here for a title and the date. In my previous spreads, I'll move these over so that you can see. In my previous spreads, what I did is I put the name of the city or the place that we were in and the date, because we were in a new spot every day. But because we're always in Toronto, I was thinking of captioning or titling each spread with what we did that day. So I'm leaving that space. So this is where I just start figuring out some of the bigger pieces that I want to use. There's lots of color and there's lots of browns, blue, black and white. This one has a purple border because I used colored film for the Instax printer. So there's also lots of purple and black. So keeping that in mind just kind of makes me know what to look for. This one is cool because it has stamps on it in kind of similar colors. Receipts are cool because you kind of know what they look like, so you don't need to see the whole thing, and you can use them to have a nice sort of neutral background. I like these ones because they have little stationery bits in them. I feel like that goes really well with where we were at in this photo. This is in front of a shelf at Paper Plus Cloth, my favorite, or one of my favorite local Toronto stationery stores. I kind of like this is purple and it's a different hue of purple, so I'm thinking about maybe using it in here too. I have to be careful because I also need room to write about what we did. These are already kind of taking up a lot of space. I do really like the vibrant green of this business card. This is Hanji Gifts, another small stationery shop in Toronto that we visited. So I want to make sure that I can include everything I want to. I was looking at maybe including this to sort of echo the black and white over here, but again, it's coming too far down, so I might have to cut cut it or something. I like the idea of trying to recreate some of the circles in the stamps over there, also on this page too, because it's also boxy shapes. It could be fun to kind of connect those two in that way. Just thinking I need something else in this area, but I don't really know what to include right now. I have this washi tape. This is a sample I took from Emma, I think. She bought it at Paper Plus Cloth, and I forgot I had these in here. So maybe I can use this behind this here to bring a little bit of color over to this side. Yeah, I like that. Just like a little pop of color there. Maybe one more thing, but I think for now these look good, so I will glue everything down. With the Instax photos, I find the best thing to do is use double-sided tape. It seems much more secure than trying to glue it. All right, I will come back and cut these off later, but if I fold them up, you can see what it will look like when I cut them off. This photo is so cute of Emma and Olivia both with full baskets at Paper Plus Cloth shopping. It was so fun to see them finally get to actually visit and shop at Paper Plus Cloth, because I talk about it all the time, probably in most of my videos as well. So they were so excited, and they both bought a good amount of stuff, which is the best. Those kinds of souvenirs, like stationery or other things that you'll get to use for long after you leave where you were visiting, are just the best. Looks good. We're starting to get some page lift. I'm just gonna grab this paper clip. Keep the pages down. There we go. This one, because it's really thick, I think I'll also use double-sided tape. And it's slightly crooked, but it's fine. Again, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm not going to be hard on myself or try to make everything so amazing and so perfect, because that will just hold me back and it takes the enjoyment out of it. And I like being able to laugh at myself. So here we have this too. Nope. All right, so this is the first couple of layers. Now I can add in little elements and details. And this side has like blues and greens, and this is very like black, white, and purple. I want to see if I can bring purple more into this side and more greens and blues into the side to make it look more cohesive. Thinking if I use a really small, maybe like a really small little piece of this washi tape, I'll add a little bit more color. Just trying my best to peel a little bit of that corner up. This one might be really cool because it has the blues and greens that are kind of showing up on this side. So if I can find a spot for it, and maybe something over in the top left too. So you see how with just the addition of those three little things, you start to see more of those colors kind of showing through the whole spread, which is nice. This one is really big, but if I put it down here, it might not be so bad. Another thing for me to cut off later. Just kind of do that. I have this tiny little one I can just put there. See how I feel. I might add in some blue little flowers just because. There we go. All right, I'll leave it there for now. And then these two. Okay. I will have to cut the washi tape here. The good news is that I can just cut this down later and add it to my sticker book. I'm not sure about this one, but I'll leave it there for now. It's just washi tape, so it comes off easily. Put that in the sticker book for later. I feel like maybe this muted blue-green one would be a little bit better. There's also this little purple one. I have this old journal that I finished a little while ago, and it has a spread of all of the Crayola Super Tips that I have. I also numbered them all and swatched them in color order because I wanted to spend a lot of time doing this, but also in times like these, if I want to pick a color that will match really well with a spread that I've made, I can go through the swatches and see what works. I think I'll do number 76. If I can find it. Here's 75. Oh, 76. Perfect. Maybe I'll do purple on this side and blue on this side. I really like this blue, a true like sky blue, so probably 57 or 58. So I did some nice big letters on this side and some nice calligraphy on that side. And the final touch will be just to stamp of the date on those days. Went over the letter a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, all that's left is to write in what we did those days. Unfortunately, this is an old moleskin that I had in my stash that I wanted to use, so I made it my travel journal without realizing that it is not fountain pen friendly, unfortunately, which makes me so sad. But I do have the Sarasa clip pens, and this one changes color as you write. So it goes from purple to blue. I thought this would be a good pairing for this spread. So I'll use this instead. It'll give me sort of a fountain pen vibe. So I'll write all about what we did and then I'll be done. All right, I have finished writing in what I wanted to include. I'm noticing there's a little bit of space up here, so I think I'll add just like a little strip of washi tape or something like that because I don't like blank space, as we can probably tell. Okay, I added in a few more elements after filling in the page, and this spread is done. I have my 3 photos so that I can see exactly what we did that day, and I wrote about everything we did from breakfast to the end of the day so that I can remember all the fun things we got up to. In the future, I'll be doing another 2 spreads to commemorate the other 2 days that they were here. Thanks for journaling with me, and I will see you in the next Travel Journal with Me video. Bye.